best in the business.
Representing China, Yingsha!
And not just the #1 in the world and the one they scream for, somebody who is on a 13-match winning streak in ITTF World Cup table tennis. She arrives here chasing an unprecedented 3rd consecutive World Cup title. And she comes up now against a young woman, the 18-year-old Egyptian, who has been carrying the hopes of both Egypt and Africa, and proudly doing so. Her win against Yingsha last night, absolutely dripping with drama and dripping with tears at the end, was Hana GODA. Understandably so. She was almost overcome, but the hard thing for her now has been that she's had to recover emotionally as well as physically in time for this one. If we look at their head-to-head, and you look back to Europe Smash Sweden 2025, you'll find that Yingsha won 3-1. A lot easier than their previous meeting, which came in Las Vegas at the US Smash, when it was a 5-game thriller, from which she emerged 11-7 triumphant in the 5th. So she knows that the fast-rising, always improving and highly dangerous African player can and likely will pose a threat. The only problem, I think, Fraser Riley, is this. Has Hana been able to recover? Because honestly, in her post-match interviews, she was all over the place last night. She was emotional. She knew the enormity of the occasion, but she'll have had to somehow sleep as much as anything else and just get herself back for this.
She will have. She will have. I'm sure she will have. I'm sure she's going to be back here and rise to the challenge. How intriguing is this? The champion of Africa against the champion of the world.
You're right. That's the beauty of this World Cup. That's where we are. Ingrid Bogren, you can see there, just conducting the formalities of our coin toss. And here we go. Well, looking back to that match in Las Vegas, she really took Shasha by surprise in many, many ways. Shasha is such a consummate pro. She'll have known all about Hana GODA. She'll have known about what she's done against highly ranked Chinese players in the past, so she'll have known the threat. But knowing it and dealing with it is another thing. Flipping the narrative now towards Hana, has she got the ability to suffer, to survive, to play the more mundane points well enough? Or will Shasha, just on the balance of her quality, have too much for her?
I don't think that Hana GODA will take the mundane approach. I think she has to come with a shock and awe factor, as she did against Shasha in Vegas, as she did against Chen Meng at the Champions in Chongqing. She has beaten one of the top Chinese players, GODA. She toppled Chen Qintong in Montpellier a couple of years ago. I think she's capable here of really, really challenging the back-to-back world champion.
So let's have a little look at her. Obviously, we know her qualities, the big matches she's played in recent times, the African champion. So here, it was Long Long Na, straight games. Zheng Yiqing, an incredible straight games win against a very dangerous opponent. And then that titanic finale. What a way to finish this off. And then look at the reaction from both players.
I was close to tears myself here, John.
Yeah.
This was incredible.
I had the pleasure of standing next to her as she cried and as she tried to process what had happened. And that's just an amazing thing to have witnessed now. Yingsha, she will have watched that. She will have been waiting patiently to see who she takes on here. Her progress this week has been, well, it's been Shasha-like, hasn't it, really? She gets the job done, she comes out. Straight games until she came up against maybe the hardest draw right now she could have got, which is Kwaiman. A dangerous foe for her, but she came through.
She got her revenge from Chongqing. Kwaiman defeated her, so that meant the world for the world #1.
And she showed a lot of emotion in her own way during and after that match. You're right, it was revenge, and it was putting a rising star perhaps back in her place and reminding everybody of the preeminence of Yingsha. So emotion on show there. Boy, oh boy, what are we going to see here? We saw actually two fairly straightforward wins earlier on. Sabina Winter winning against Wang Yidi. And then Lin Wenru more than lived up to his silent assassin reputation in the post-match interview. he never says a whole lot, does he? Bless him. But he was really impressive against Tomokazu Hanamoto. What now?
First game, 23rd level.
For the second match in a row, there's going to be an amazing atmosphere here, but this time it's all against Hana GODA. She'll have to deal with that.
She said it yesterday, didn't she, in the interview? I'm sure everyone's going to be cheering for Xia. She's the best player in the world, but I just want to give it a good fight, and whatever happens, happens.
She actually really gave some great interviews, even when she stepped out into the mix zone. She was really good about that result. All right, let's break this down tactically now. Xia will target Hana. What's she going to do? She knows that Hana, if you give her a chance, will get the fanning backhand out, all sorts of beautiful stroke play, but will she allow her to?
Left.
She's aware of the long serve tactic of Hana. I do want to see lots of long serving here from the Egyptian. Xia's going to dominate, I think, most of the serve receives. If the ball's tight, a bit more versatility. She can get into full speed from a standstill, a bit more acceleration, more force through the forehand. Xia doesn't want to entertain too many backhand-to-backhand rallies here, which you often see between two right-handed women. She'll want to switch, get the ball wide, assert her dominance.
And now she's up and running, Hana. You'd almost bet your house on maybe Hana making a slightly slow start here. She'll warm to the task. She has to just try and hang in there as much as she can. Because once she gets into her groove, she's something to see, something to behold. Oh, out wide.
Gobbles up the strawberry.
It's a great get, that one from Hana, but it left her vulnerable.
Coming round the side, hooking it wide. That forehand. So iconic. Xia silhouette.
Left, 1-5.
Well, to handle the residual spin, Hana GODA.
Hana's a work in progress, and you know that's actually a positive, isn't it? Because she's still so young. What have you seen the most improvement in the last, say, 9 months to a year for her?
Speed and power. She's still growing, still developing physically. Quite a tall girl already.
Yeah.
I think some players struggle to live and survive at this level with their height, but I think it's going to do GODA a lot of good. She fills that frame when she develops power. I'm sure she'll become a top 10 player in the world.
Out wide to the forehand 2 or 3 times now. We've seen her left clutching.
It's how Xia resists, plays one shot in with the next in mind. The divisiveness of Sun, so wise for her age. Good shot there from Hana.
Yeah, and it's just feathered the edge of the table, didn't she?
But she anticipated that long serve to middle. If you're too close to the table, if you come in to play a flick, don't see it coming, you're scuppered.
Yeah.
That was a great shot. Oh, a chance there.
Yeah, she knows as well. Forehand inside the table looked as if it had set her up.
She likes to play the punch. Of course, it's not as secure because you play it flat, have to time it to perfection. You can't get that security of spin. It was shallow, it was quite awkward.
I like what you said about the resilience of Xia Xiao as well, because we talk about the attacking weapons she has, but so much of her success is built on her resilience, her resistance.
Oh man, that World Championship final against Wang Manyu. Miraculously saw a 7th game. Manyu getting probably the luckiest shot of all time on to save championship point. She came back from behind in the decider. I just couldn't believe how mentally strong she was there in Doha.
Hana's got back within 1 point now. That's the lower torso of Hisham Ismail. Her coach, who was also swept away in the emotion last night of that win. Deservedly so. Quadri Aruna, previously an African who made it through to quarterfinal action in ITTF World Cup play. Hana blazing a trail for the women.
She reads it that time, GODA.
What's lovely about her is the improvisational nature of what she can do there, for example.
In surviving points, when you think she's out, when it looks like she's scrambling, she manages to find the shot back onto the table to the surprise of the opponent. Oh, such a good serve.
Well played, because Xia Xiao was reaching into the locker and coming up with all kinds of shots.
She is so tough, this junior player here. To come here to Macau at the World Cup, her first ever quarter-final, the first African woman to reach a quarter-final. You're taking on the back-to-back champion, and look at her in this first game. We were worried she might get blown out the park. But no. Neck and neck. Toe to toe.
Very cute.
There's something very intimidating about Xia Xiao when she plays the softest shots, because it's a ticking time bomb.
I know. Something intimidating about Ma Lin being there as well. 4-time World Cup winner, and he was given that the eye. Two big points for the world number one. Two very big points. She thought she was well in control of this game, and now she has given herself a couple of game points.
Backs up the serve so well there. Shot to forehand.
Whatever happens in this game, she's right in this, you know, Hana. Those who've spent a lot of time watching her learn to recognize that the noises she makes, the faces she pulls, and she's in the zone now.
Xia Xiao struggling with these serves. Sometimes it's backspin, sometimes it's topspin, sometimes it dips longer into that crossover section. If she increases the speed, but the first bounce is always mid-table, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah, it's a big weapon to have for the young woman. Juice in the first. He's up, standing. Listen to him. Ma Lin having to encourage his player, the world number one on here, because this is a tough challenge he's confronted by.
So Wang Yidi beaten earlier.
Wang Yidi wasn't just beaten, she was brushed aside by the anti-spinner, Sabina Winter. Now, that might not have come as a huge shock, but if Hana GODA consistently challenges Sun Yingsha, that would be. in this match, in this environment, in this event, which she's owned for the last 2 years. She just can't make inroads into this service.
Players always going with serve right now. Whoever's serving is winning the point. The backhand, unleashing. Look at it. Played there again. Only Xia can do that to that level.
Seen that twice now into that really awkward position for Hana.
It's unplayable.
Well, you were impressed by her service. It's got to stand up now. Xia pounds one into the distance to take the first game, but boy, she had to work hard to earn it.
She's got the shirt tucked in for this one, Yingsha. This is a big deal, especially as the World Championships are just around the corner as well.
Yeah, and she's got game one in the pocket as well now. Up goes Malin, and he knows that that's a good start, but a tough start. If you're just joining us, it's the third of quarterfinals in this session here. And for the second time, women in action, world number one, reigning World Cup champion Yingsha. A game up against Hana GODA, but she was pushed all the way in that first game. It was interesting, we were wondering just how Hana would recover and turn around pretty quickly after last night's match and playing again now. Looks as if she's just channeled last night's form and energy already. But can she go one better and actually win a game here?
One love.
That's service.
Xia struggled with the serves, but I love this approach. This is what I wanted to see. Long, fast serve to forehand.
Did Kwaiman trouble her with a long serve when she beat her that time recently?
She did, but obviously Kwaiman's a left-hander. She plays the long, fast serve down the line into the backhand of Yingsha, so you can't do that if you're a right-hander against a right-hander.
Just wondering what it is that Hana will look at and say, what have I got here that's going to really get at her?
Unpredictability.
Yeah?
Variation's always the name of the game, in any matchup. What she's going to be looking to improve here, Hana. And the reason why Xia beat her in game one came down to the forehand touch.
Okay.
GODA wasn't backing herself to play the forehand touch. So she was playing the backhand flick and then leaving that backhand side exposed.
Yeah, and then Xia was just spearing it in there repeatedly.
But in terms of the short pendulum serve, GODA was doing well. In the rally, she was living with Sun. But you can see it's to receive. Xia's getting a few balls popped up here. If that can change, this receive that GODA's played poorly so far.
Yep.
We'll have a game on our hands.
She can build something.
Left. 1, 3.
Okay, well, we know what to look out for. Seems to be hinging on that right now, the difference between the two players.
It's that short forehand. This serve's brilliant.
3.
You're right, the rest of it, the touch play, yeah, she's matching her. But on that backhand she is anyway.
4-2.
Because the thing is, you only need to be deficient in one department against Xia, and that's your lot.
That's the thing. Should just keep harassing you there. But it's encouraging in a way for GODA. That is the only thing. The short forehand is the only thing right now that is letting her down. The rest of it is Really impressive.
Oh.
Try again.
Yeah. Oh, they're all out. Look at that. Edie's come back to watch. Good on her. Kwai's in the house.
Yingsha deserves a mention. What a win it was for her against Hayata on a World Cup debut.
Oh, yeah.
She's the World Youth Champion, Chin.
All right, she came undone yesterday, but, yeah, pretty impressive World Cup debut.
One thing yesterday that made life difficult for Hana was we see Omar Assar, the Pharaoh, the Egyptian #1 men's player.
He was there last night. He was jumping up and down after that, as well he might, showing support for his fellow Egyptian.
Standing point now, but I think that at times GODA's playing too many balls into the back end. Has to try and switch soon where possible.
Yeah, just some instructions coming from Hisham then. Maybe similar to what you just said.
There we go. Unbelievable shot.
She's got that in the locker. But what Shasha has is the ability to go, okay, fine, that's done. Not dwell on it.
It's a bit of kind of shot against the short serve to forehand.
Yeah.
Receive it aggressively.
Yeah, there you go. But it is still a 4-point cushion after a strong start to this second game from Shasha. Remember, the winner of this one will face Sabina Winter, who went through in straight games against Wang Yidi. Straight games. Wow.
Couldn't believe it.
She was delighted. I know what you're going to say.
History making, wasn't it?
It was. And not just the first European since 2015 to get into the medals, but she follows a German.
Yeah, a good friend, Patricia Sawyer.
And she said, yeah, good friend of mine. And I don't think she knew. She just said, wow, that's amazing. Love that little bit of history.
Yeah.
She'll be a problem for whoever she faces.
9-6.
Shasha here in a really interesting position, up against a unique player in Hana. She'll be up against a unique player in Vintage if she gets through. This is a really interesting path to what would be her third championship.
Yeah. Interesting and unusual, but those are the challenges that come along when you take on the best in the world, and she's rising to the challenge, as she always seems to do. 4 game points for a 2-love lead.
Got
her down there a couple of times, Hana.
She has, but the balance of the points would still not worry Shasha too much.
So much more aggressive inside the table. You can't build a house on sand. Anything, whether it's a touch, a flick, a push, has to be top draw. You see the venom there, the oomph as she came through.
Yeah.
Startled Shasha.
You did. Into the table, but then she just gave it a bit more. That's the kind of variety she needs to find. But it's still 2 game points on the Xia service. And that backhand does its job.
Game soon.
Repeatable, reliable, ruthless in many ways. She is 2 games up, but she's having to work very hard for this, Yingsha.
Well, that game ended up being a lot closer than what it looked like it was going to be. A late blossom from the blooming Hana GODA. Close match here. Close match.
But a scoreline that won't entirely surprise anyone. 13-11, 11-8, it's close, but she's in control. Thank you so much for joining us here. This is the ITTF World Cup. Men and women in action here in Macau, China, in the wonderful Galaxy Arena. We're in a 3rd year now of hosting here, and it just gets everything right. This wonderful venue, this wonderful accommodating city. It just feels like a place for showbiz. And this is where sport and entertainment come together. And Hana GODA has been a rich part of that, writing a couple of the biggest stories this week. But will Xia write her way into history? Will she become the first woman to win 3 World Cups in a row? It's an interesting pathway, you were right to say that. Hana GODA now, Sabina Winter, potentially waiting in that semi-final.
Something which we've not really seen Xia have to overcome en route to a major.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Tends to be a fairly predictable path, doesn't it? I mean, don't get me
She'll
wrong.
play, say, a Japanese in the quarter-final.
Yeah.
And then maybe
Manu
teammate
comes along somewhere, or Yidi or
semi.
Tong Tong somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, usually Manu in the final. If she's 1 and 2 seeds.
Yeah. Or Chong Mong, of course.
Yeah.
Which is facing 2 Olympic finals.
Yeah.
She's already, Xia, in terms of experience, accolades, big match experience, a veteran. She will feel like a veteran.
Timeout call. A 3-1 up and 2. Right, okay, let's have a little bit of a meeting here.
题，没问题。啊。
Hana GODA goes through the mental rehearsal, the
3-1.
visualizing as she tries to put a plan into place to put the stop on, the brakes on Sun Yingsha. Oh,
3-2.
loops one up off the end of the table, apologizes.
She's got to find a way of getting out this short forehand into play without becoming too safe with the backhand. How can she stretch Shasha, get the forehand in, pose herself, Hana? Trying the Chiquita.
2-4.
That looks as if that's come out of that little timeout.
What Shasha's so good at is playing something into an area that the opponent makes a mistake on, knowing that the opponent will want to fix that, but then changing again.
Yeah. One step ahead.
There's just so much pressure on Hana to make every shot such high quality. She's freezing up a little bit. Now she's enjoying herself. Expressing herself.
Bigger picture really for GODA here is it's only a third ever meeting against the best around at the moment. So she just has to take what she can from it and continue to grow and learn and build. In her career, she's already taken 3 games off Shasha.
She was 2-1 up on Shasha in their first ever meeting. In a best of 5 as well.
Yeah. Yeah, only to lose 11-7, 11-7 in Vegas.
A lot of the Chinese struggled there, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hashimoto ran riot.
Chen Yi, wasn't it, who
Chen
made
Yi
the final?
went all the way, yeah. So Tong Tong and Yi fell by the wayside.
The Zhu Yuling.
Shasha.
Wow.
3-7.
There really isn't as much of a difference between these two players as what a lot of people might think. There really isn't much. Just a few finely tuned things.
There. That's where she's asserted her dominance.
It's just the key placement combinations. That's where Shasha is just stunning.
Yes. Sets it up and then executes it. Okay, it took 2 bites at the cherry, but she got there.
Set. 3-8.
Oh, flick of the neck there. That was tempting to scurry over the table. That one, very high-speed service.
9-3.
It's getting very hard now for the Egyptian. Her face is telling us that. She's always expressive. But the expressions are anguished. A little bit befuddled.
Ums and ahs from the crowd.
There are going to be moments like that. Enjoy them when they come.
To do it against the world number 1 tells you all about Hana GODA. She's fearless. She's fearless. That's what we love about her.
That was a shot we first saw in that match back in Chongqing a couple of years ago. And went, oh yeah. Oh yeah, she's a bit special.
Tricks up her sleeve, the Egyptian. Great receive.
5.
You can just tell. Yeah, Shasha knew that was brilliant. trapped it, came round it a little bit there, Hana. Keep it even tighter.
And there you go, the fans not having this at all. A couple of points dropped, and they come in full voice.
Left, 5-9. Six, 9.
She's getting after her. She has to. This has to be the attack.
Timeout.
And not surprisingly, it forces the timeout. So a mini victory for the Egyptian in that sense, but it will take a little bit of the wind out of her sails.
Almost all of that conversation was about the serve. We had the word facho, the serve as the first ball. And I think Sun Yingsha understands that Hana GODA's improved that short forehand receive. We've seen a strawberry, she's improved the touch. So I imagine Marlins will be telling her, okay, don't worry about it. Keep going percentage-wise, still in your favor. Or maybe he's told her to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, but she's got the luxury of the scoreboard lead. Oh, big moment. And that stops her little resurgence in its tracks. Cruelly, she might feel.
Chance to make the highlight reel.
Oh. Could have come with a roller there, couldn't she? Well played. Good bounce back, but it's still Shasha on the brink. She now has the 3 game points for 3-love as she goes for a three-peat. Ooh, this time she'll take it. Oops, oh yeah, there we go, I'm on camera.
Again, GODA coming back into it. First game was juice, last game was 8. It's 8 again. Could she set another bar higher?
How often do we see this against Sun Yingsha? A player gets into these positions, but somehow the plot goes the way of the world number 1.
It's
a show of attacking intent. What's she going to give us now then, Fraser? What's Hana got up her sleeve now?
I imagine it'll be a pendulum, but whether it's short or long, I'm not sure. Most likely half long. Half long.
Oh, it works.
What a comeback here.
What a third shot.
A second juice game against Sun Yingsha here at the World Cup. The princess of African table tennis. The queen of African table tennis now.
But this is not about potential anymore. This is about the reality of the here and the now. She has to convert. This time she has to get it right in the juice.
No one comes back from 3 down against Shasha. The forehand touch.
11, 10.
It came good. Has it come good in time for her to get back into this match?
Off the empty serve, coming round it. Perfect play.
This is a big opportunity.
Oh my word. That was a nervy exchange.
Yeah.
The punches, the slower spins, the stalls. Had it all. Backhand to backhand there.
So she's savvy. Sasha stayed where she knew she had some control. Okay, now, how does Hana receive?
It was the right thing to switch up the serve, but that right there is a cipher.
Oh my word.
Elbow high, wrapped around the ball. Look at the swerve and curve on that one, John.
Well, she read the serve and she executed. Wow. Now.
Let's 12, 11.
Big career point for Hana GODA. But she can't break through the great wall of Shasha. Resolute.
The strongest brick in the great wall of Chinese table tennis.
Yep. Just wondered whether Hana might have changed that up a bit. She was trying to attack on the backhand. No way through.
It was similar to the point before. But GODA tried to get her wider. Tried the switch, but it was pinned right into her hip. Couldn't produce as much power.
Look at this chance. Look at her body language here. She just strolls around.
So relaxed.
She's just projecting that aura. Yeah, I live for these moments. I'm comfortable here. Are you?
She's got the most aura out of all of the Chinese players, men and women.
Yeah.
She's the boss.
Yeah.
13.
She's got the game to back up the aura. She's strolling. But then when she needs to, she switches it on. This place is going nuts. And she's got the heart rate nice and low. Oh, she's in! On the attack! Well played, Hana GODA.
That is a Houdini-like escape from Hana GODA. Look at her. Grits her teeth, clenches her fist. Incredible defense, punches, comes in, off the bounce and redirects. Nobody home.
Look at the celebration. Look at that. That's what marks her as someone special. To come in then. Even they must be so invested in this. They've seen a lot in this great game. But these are incredible scenes here. At a moment in the match that really, let's face it, is going to be decisive. Game point again for the champion. Oh, now look at Shasha's body language. Hangs her head there.
The spirit of this youngster transcends.
How often do you see that? Great shot, nicely picked up by the camera there.
Yellow card. Delaying the game.
Oh. And adding a little bit of insult to injury there. She gets yellow carded for delaying it.
Chiwaka.
Again, personality on show from Hana GODA.
The world number 26 here, refusing to bow down. That Chiquita, the elbow high, has been brilliant, absolutely brilliant for GODA. Shasha struggling to make inroads behind her own serve. Oh my GODA.
14, game, GODA.
Stunned silence around the Galaxy Arena because there's a shift here, a cosmic shift. Maybe in the bigger picture of what happens over the next few years. Maybe not this match, even though she's back in it. But she stood up to the best in the business.
She's got the X factor, Hana GODA. I'm inspired here, John.
Yep. No wonder Tom and Jerry are gazing on enthralled. Wow. That's not something you see every day of the week. Yingsha outflared in a highly intense juice game to bring Hana GODA back into this quarterfinal. And you could hear whatever it was that dropped. Fans of Shasha stunned by the audacity, the personality.
Okay.
You're right,
GODA
X Factor on show.
Level.
We're seeing a rising star here in the Galaxy Arena.
Love 1.
How does she back it up? How do you back up the incredible emotion and intensity of what just happened? That's the challenge here for the Egyptian.
Right now, she's the light of Africa. She's standing up to the back-to-back world champion, the back-to-back World Cup champion. I think that Hana GODA right now is exactly where she needs to be. I'm looking at Yingsha become a little bit too predictable in some areas.
2, 1.
It's not often you say that, and that speaks to the pressure she's under.
And normally she can be predictable.
Predictably great.
Predictably great, and even if you know where she's going to go, you still can't return it. GODA can. GODA is so reliable in the rally, so consistent. She's got great posture, she's got great timing, and that will be a confidence booster, John, because we haven't seen her play many forehand winners on that cross court.
No. That would be in the exclusive domain of Shasha to this point. There's a flash, she says. Oh, this is fun. I'm not sure how much they're enjoying it, but this is fun to watch.
Yika there, the personal coach, former personal coach. Yingsha Jen, Wong Li Chin, 3-time world champion. Men's singles.
And they're seeing their girl tested.
3 all.
To come here as an 18-year-old and do this in this atmosphere, this context, this setting. It's been a few years in the making, but still, you Made of something special if you can do this.
Belief is way more than half the battle, and she believes here, Hana. She's taken one. Could she take another? The sidespin on this ball. Shasha is really struggling to return it with her backhand, because she has to modify the stroke in a way which she has to really move the upper body. And it's very difficult for her to do as a forehand orientated player. She's improved the backhand, but
there's a little puff of the cheeks there. Just keep an eye on Shasha for the next few minutes. She's getting into an area here which she's not often in. She's getting a little bit down on herself, down on things. Takes a lot to do that. And still it continues. This is a 4-point lead.
But he's playing every single point along with Hana.
Yeah.
He was in tears himself yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Chemistry between these two.
Oh, they've been through so much together.
And Hana now, in this game, has become the stronger player inside the table.
But Shasha is the best for a reason. She'll come up with something. Just wonder what it's going to be.
I'm not sure what it can be.
Because that backhand's now under assault as well.
The knockout.
The punch was coming from Hana.
Look at that. Deadening the ball. Shasha can't counter that. Flat as a pancake. No topspin. Right through the back of it. And look at that look.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. This is awesome. Ooh, good adjustments.
Oh.
Well done, Shasha. Man.
They're probably not allowed to smile, but everywhere around this arena there are broad smiles, including on the face of Hana GODA at that. Oh my word. Oh, Hana GODA. That is incredible. And she's done it to earn 5 game points to level this match up.
A heavenly flick from Hana. Threads it through the eye of a needle.
Patience
11,
pays
5,
off.
Game, GODA.
And what on earth has she just done? What has she done to Yingsha? What has she done to this World Cup?
She's won more points in this match as we go into the 5th game. A shutdown, a comprehensive victory for Hana GODA.
This is hard to process in many ways, but it's also magical to behold. A pause for breath, and you're right. She's dominating now. 2-all. What's next? What is next is a break. Xia leaving the arena.
She's the last Chinese woman standing in the top half of this draw. Saw this yesterday. Well, they took it against Kwai Man. And to change the shirt.
So, Yingsha Ismail just asking Ingrid Berggren what's happening. She's told that it's a shirt change. Hana's told she's not to sit down.
She can sit down, but just not on the electric scoreboard.
That's right. Yeah. Just, you say this? Yeah, it happened against Kwai Man, didn't it?
When to change the shirt, is it mind games or is it just?
Could be. Well, I mean, you just told us on the balance of points, Hana's winning, and she's put together a huge flow, a dominant game. Okay, it's within the rules, right?
You can go change the shirt. Nothing wrong with that. We've seen it in certain moments where the Chinese star's struggling and they want to take a breather, go out, come back, get a bit of a break. But look, it wouldn't be fair to say that is exactly what it is. Playing a bit of mind games, making the player who has the momentum a little bit impatient. Because Hana GODA would have been quite happy to go straight back to the table and continue. She's got the wind in her sails here. What an outstanding spell of play, this magical youngster. Eight-time African champion up against the world champion in an event which is one of the 3 key championships that contribute to a Grand Slam in table tennis. Yingsha has already won a World Cup, and of course she's the reigning world champion. She just needs the Olympic gold to make that dream come true. It'll be within her interest to deny Wang Manyu this World Cup, because Wang Manyu needs to win this event. But more importantly, we've got the World Team Championships just around the corner. The Chinese team looking to send a clear message before London. And well, to see the Chinese women under dominance would be unthinkable. We've been talking about how, as Hana GODA wins the opening point of this 5th game, the men's team has been under a lot more pressure. Wang Qichin, the last Chinese man standing in the quarters. He was the last Chinese man standing yesterday when he took on Felix Lebrun.
1-all.
What about his right-hand woman, his mixed doubles partner, Yingsha? She survived this scare.
Who's dominating? Who's in charge? Who's on top in this match? If you just come in, and some people will have joined our broadcast, they'll go, okay. Woman in red's on top here.
She's in charge, she's dominating inside the table. So neat and tidy, varying play when she needs to, lasting in the backhand to backhand, switching play. She's playing out of her skin here, who are number 26. And listen to the choke from Yingsha.
Yeah, we heard that in the Kwaiman match. We heard her get herself fired up. In a way that we haven't for some time.
Tried to sneak it past Xiaoxiao on the forehand. Bit of a seatbelt shot attempt there from GODA because it was into the crossover from Sun. Probing, just asking a question of the footwork. Creating contrast where she needs to. Going deep with deliberance. Oh! Vicious!
Is she going to hit her way out of trouble?
Unbelievable to return these punches like that.
Yeah, and she's screaming again. Oh, this is wonderful to behold. The world #1 being pushed to her limits. And GODA just keeps coming. Won't back down. There's no sense here that she's going to consolidate or go in any way passive.
And this is what makes me believe in her. This is what inspires me about Hana GODA. We've seen higher ranked players come against Yingsha and bow down and show her too much respect. GODA has loads of respect for Xiaoxiao, but not too much that she's not going to bring the heat to her. And that's what I love.
And that makes her someone to fear if you're the Chinese player and the Chinese team.
Exactly.
She wins the point, but funnily enough, I was just thinking about that, Fraser. We were talking about Wang Chuqin and how Sora Matsushima appears to be a bit of a problem for him. There's sort of a parallel here because there's an unpredictability. It's something that they can't quite prepare for.
I think there's quite a few players that can stand up to Chuqin at the moment. You know, Felix Deplan played an insane match yesterday. But this is a bit of a parallel, absolutely.
It's because Hana's fearless and it's because she's unpredictable and there's stuff there that they don't see at all often. But Xiaoxiao is solid. Look at this.
Man, I've got goosebumps. I've got goosebumps. The fanning backhand.
It's a trademark. She uses it so well.
Turns it from a top spin ball into some backspin and side spin. Play to perfection.
And even Yingsha, who's seen that plenty of times now, struggling to cope. Two all, 7-6. She's in front. And remember, she trailed by 2.
Went for it. Tried to take the chance, tried to play something awkward and unusual. But back to the basics there for Xia with that short serve to the forehand. If she senses any kind of tension, it'll be one extreme or the other. It'll be a short, simple serve, or it'll be a long serve from Sun.
Oh, she's wide. Just kicked off the racket there of GODA and goes wide.
She's playing really safe table tennis here, Xia. Nice receive, gentle block. GODA maybe forcing the issue a little bit here. She throws her hands up in the air like a hallelujah. I feared for GODA there when Yingsha pivoted and looked to play that line. But it was a deadening shot. She couldn't counter Sun.
Ordinarily, you'd look at that little blue dot next to Xia's name and say, yeah, she's in a good position here. But this service receive has become a key battleground. And Hana is winning those battles.
It's this short forehand touch. She's improved so much with this shot throughout this match.
That was the difference between them over 2 games at the start. It's gone away now. Sometimes you just have to sit back and see how it unfolds. We've seen the best of both players. We've seen the areas in which it might be won and lost. Now it comes down to maybe bigger issues, other external factors in deciding what wins this. Hana spoke last night about it being maybe willed that she should get there at the end against Yuan Jianan. We're into that kind of territory now, I'm sure, for her. Oh, well played.
Just put a little bit too much force into the serve and it bounced up enough, despite it being half long, for Xia to pounce in with that prowess.
Because form's temporary, class is permanent. And a reminder of that there. Game point for 3-2 on the GODA serve as she tries to deny Xia. A sharp intake of breath from the fans.
She took the spin shot. She didn't panic. She balanced herself. And then the Hail Mary punch deals a knockout blow to save game point.
There's nothing she can't do, you know, in terms of mental resolve. And she is coming. She's gathering force. She ate everything that Xia could throw at her and earns a game point for a 3-2 lead. She's done it. A stunning, swerving service, serving notice that we could be on the brink of something magical inside the Galaxy Arena.
This would be one of the most meaningful victories in table tennis history. What we're witnessing here is meteoric. She's taking my breath away here. Hana GODA has won 3 games in a row. She's 1 away from defeating Sun Yingsha here at the World Cup. The back-to-back world champion, the back-to-back World Cup champion, is now in a must-win game situation. Oh my goodness. Since I've been commentating, John, I've never seen anything quite like this in the women's game.
There are levels, aren't there? And with all the due respect to Yingsha, Hana getting through that was incredible in itself. This is just off the charts in terms of meaning, as you said just now.
What impressed me was how Sun Yingsha was able to play into the fact that Hana GODA was likely to force the issue, given the scenario that we find ourselves in. Look at the blocking! Oh my goodness, GODA! Bulletproof! She's just returned 4 of the best. Bracing it back with the bat high. And the look in the eyes of Sun Yingsha told 1,000 words. Defensively, GODA has been breathtaking.
He's seen a lot, he's won a lot. Even he must be thinking, what are we up against here? This is unprecedented.
If GODA wins this, either her or Sabina Winter will be in the World Cup final.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. She's playing Sun Yingsha. Yingsha's been, not often, but she's cornered before and come out. And remember, you've just thought about that. Hana must not think about that. Must not allow herself to even dream about winning this.
How could she not? How could she not romanticize what this would mean? It's going to be difficult for her to stay focused.
Yeah, she's got to get it won.
Because Shasha's definitely going to come bouncing back, and she's going to continue this streak here.
Sometimes you just got to laugh. Hana's amazing to behold, amazing to watch.
I want to see what Omar Assar's looking like down there right now.
You know what? He's got his game face on, just as he did last night. I've been looking at him, not a flicker of emotion on his face. Incredible.
I think he would be the first to say that this girl is destined for greatness, but Sun Yingsha, 4 ahead.
Yeah. She's using the pressure now against GODA as well.
It's so secure, so safe.
Is there one last push from the Egyptian? One last burst that'll take her there? Because right now, she's on a dip. And Shasha's forcing her into a reality check.
Yeah, what we're seeing here is typical. Typical of a player who is so close to something life-changing. I think we're going to see a game 7. I do, but maybe now we go back against the ropes in this game.
Yeah, it has to happen now, though, doesn't it? 7-2 down. She has to come from here.
She's come back in 2 of the games that she's won. But this is the biggest deficit she's found herself in.
Yeah. Ooh. Those facials. We've had Tom and Jerry running around all week. And there's no cartoon that matches what you get off the Hana GODA show.
It's true.
Oh, every expression writ large, every emotion shows.
Oh, the fanning shot was unbelievable.
Well played, Yingsha. She's dealt with a fanning shot, a snake from under the table. She's dealt with everything there.
The way that she just sets herself before that last forehand. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, and Hana GODA needs a hearing aid.
Deafened by the outpouring of relieved emotion. 9-2.
This is just cinema.
Yeah, we're off to a 7th. We're off to I don't know what. Because maybe GODA's going to just gather herself and go again. One last push. Or maybe Xiaosha's going to see her off. We don't know. This one feels like it's just about cooked.
Ball played, steps the corner, fires it down the line. More free play from GODA. Look, she's probably not going to win this game. Might as well go out swinging.
She might rehearse a bit for the decider. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's already been a classic. And then it's now about to go into the realms of all-time greats. Oh my goodness, listen to Marlin there. This is the rawest of emotion that you will ever come across in this context. Everyone is just swept up in this.
I'm lost for words, John. I'm lost for words.
We're going to have to find some because you might just be describing some superlatives now.
Level.
Does Xiaosha carry the momentum through and win and make the semis? Does Hana just go again? Put that behind her.
Well, that last game, that 6th game, was the first time she'd found herself in front.
She
couldn't believe it herself. Now it's 3-all. Maybe psychologically she takes the pressure off again. That's when she becomes dangerous, Hana.
She's trying to come to terms with Xiaosha losing 3 games in a row. Incredible.
This is something that we've just not seen. She wins the first 2 points of the game.
Whoa.
And she won them on receive, Hana GODA.
Yeah. Oh my.
I'm actually panicking here. My heart's racing.
She's not. She knows what she's about. And we're going to see every ounce of experience that Yingsha has accrued over her career come into play now. Delicacy, patience, turning the pressure on the opponent. She'll want to keep the ball in play, but if you do that and you're not proactive against Hana, she will come and get you.
She's adapted better to the change of pace, and she actually hasn't panicked when she finds herself with time on her hands, Hana.
Still no expression, but you can be sure that telepathically he will be sending everything he's got in his compatriot's direction. She's 4-1 up in the decider. She's been making light work of the Xia services. And she wins another point. And now, do you believe?
The last thing GODA wants to do here is stop and think about a thing.
Yeah.
She needs to continue firing on instinct.
Timeout's gone. Xia's changed the shirt. Barring a challenge. Nothing's going to stop the flow here. But which way does it go?
Even they're speechless. Wang Li Chin, Chin to Jen.
The resistance finally breaks.
Bludgeoning. GODA blocking again. How many slams from Xia can she return? Well, it was the last one. It was the placement, the shimmy from Xia that did the trick in the end there to play it again to the forehand. GODA was racing in, probably wanted to punch or slap, and she couldn't.
Guys, whoever wins this match, we're going to have an interview. And whatever happens, it's going to be incredible to hear someone who's been involved tell the story of this match. Can't wait for that. But what lies ahead now in terms of the points to come?
Every moment matters.
It's a 3-point game. Hana needs 5 moments of genius to write her name into history. Or the woman who is defending her crown, the 2-time repeat winner, somehow finds a way to keep her dream of an unprecedented hat-trick alive. You don't get better plot lines than this. It just doesn't happen. What's at stake here?
And my mind, just for a second there, drifted back to Chongqing when GODA was 2-2 and leading in the decider against the Olympic champion, Chen Meng.
And she had chances. Couldn't take them as a 16-year-old. 2 years on, she's under similar pressure now.
keeps the lead.
Take this one home, Fraser. This is going to be incredible.
She keeps the lead. It looked for a moment like the occasion may have been beginning to get to Hana GODA. It's a one-point game again. How many times, as table tennis fans, do we ever feel like this? Seven all. She's leveled. She was 5-1 down, Yingsha. The touch popped up. Shasha deals with the spin on the serve. And she takes the lead. For the first time in this decider, 7-8.
Left, 7, 8.
Eight-all. The backhand punch. Fanning shot. Shasha misses it.
9.
It looked like the expansion was there. It looked like she was going to play the forehand winner. Cross court. That's what she wound back for. But it goes long. Two match points for Hana GODA. She's on the brink of something unthinkable. She dared to dream. But can it come true against the world #1, the back-to-back world champion, the reigning World Cup champion? She poises. She serves.
Left, 10, 8.
She misses by a whisker.
9. You want to see?
She misses by a millimeter. And for the short side on the step around. That's why she's the best player on the planet. All of our hearts skipped a beat. She missed the last forehand that she went for. She backed herself. She saved 2 match points. Match point for Yingsha. And now GODA serves for survival here at the World Cup. She saves match point, Hana GODA. 11 all in game 7. Oh my goodness.
Play, please.
Look at Marlin. Edge of the table.
11, 12.
Edge of the table. She's praying, Hana GODA. That this point can go her way. If you're a fan of this sport, if you're a fan of table tennis, if you've got a heart in your chest, you're never going to forget what we've just seen here in the Galaxy Arena. She couldn't have been any closer to victory, Hana GODA. Yingsha couldn't have been any closer to defeat. The sands of table tennis time have shifted. But Yingsha still sits on the throne. I've never seen anything quite like this. no guarantee that we'll ever get to see something like that again. 13-11 in game number 7 to Sun Yingsha. The hopes of the first ever hat-trick here at the World Cup still alive for the world number 1. What did we just see here on the last standing table? It's going to take a while to process it.
Sun Yingsha is still on course to try to win a 3rd ITTF World Cup in a row. Xia, you have just been involved in one of the greatest ITTF World Cup matches in history. Thank you for being part of it, and thank you for speaking to us. Now, firstly, that was a difficult match for you. You lost 3 games in a row. Your opponent gave you so much trouble. So how did you cope with her, and how did you win?
恭喜莎莎拿下比赛胜利。今天的比赛可以算是 ITTF 世界杯历史上最精彩的一场，感谢你为我们带来如此精彩的比赛。今天的比赛中，在被对手连追3局、局势焦灼的情况下，你觉得对手给你带来的最大的挑战和困难在哪些方面？自己是如何适应、调整，最终拿下比赛的呢？
我觉得确实，首先今天这场比赛最后能够赢下来，我觉得确实非常不容易。而且我觉得汉娜今年才17岁，她在这届世界杯上前几场的表现非常出色，而且她也创造了这种非洲的历史。所以今天其实整场比赛，我觉得起起伏伏，我觉得下来还是有很多去值得自己总结的地方。那我觉得今天最后能够赢下来，其实第7局也一度落后，然后其实马导包括身后的这些教练队友们也一直在给我鼓励，所以说每当我看到他们的时候，我觉得自己还是不能放弃，然后还是一分分去拼吧，然后觉得最后能够赢下来还是非常不容易。
First of all, it was so difficult to have won today's match. Hana is only 17 years old, and according to her performance in this World Cup, she has established new history in Africa. So throughout today's match, there were fluctuations all the time. So there were many aspects that deserves to be analyzed afterwards. So especially in the 7th game, I was once trailing, and my coach Ma, and I can see the coaches and my teammates, they consistently encouraged me. So whenever I was looking at them, I thought I was never going to give up. I took it 1 point at a time, and it was just so difficult and hard to have won eventually.
An incredible match. Now, your dream is still alive, and in the next round, in the semi-final, you play another difficult opponent. Winter, the new Winter style, she will give you some problems. So how do you recover from this match, and what will you do to prepare for that match?
那么下一轮你将对阵强劲的对手沙宾温特，他打法独特，节奏多变。你自己在今天的比赛后将会如何恢复？在战术和节奏上将会做出哪些针对性的准备呢？
我觉得确实温特在近几年来说，他变化了很多，不光是他的成绩排名，甚至是他现在的打法。我觉得整体来说，他自从改完这个胶皮以后，自己也没有跟他交手过。但当然，我觉得也非常期待能跟他在大赛的舞台中能够去较量一场。但我相信，也一定会是一场非常困难的比赛。然后希望自己回去好好休息，好好放松，然后即将迎来的半决赛，自己也会全力以赴。
Yes, Yingsha Winter has changed a lot in recent years in terms of her records, her world ranking, and her playing style. So ever since she has changed her playing style, she has changed her rubber. I have never encountered her before. So I do have some expectations for our next encounter, especially in such a major tournament. I know it's going to be very difficult, so I think I would just rest well, relax well, and hopefully I can do my best in semifinals.
Well, rest well, relax well. Good luck in that match. And again, thank you for giving us such an incredible match, Xia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Since going through to stage 2 here at the World Cup, we've seen some thrillers across the course of 7-game matchups. But I think you'd agree with me in saying that right there is the most incredible match that we've seen here at the ITTF Men and Women's World Cup here in Macau this year. She answered that so eloquently, Yingsha. I wouldn't have been able to do that. We are just speechless here after what we've just seen here. You know we've got another match to go here in this opening session, ladies and gentlemen.